time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
You know what I mean? It's a joke for the boys out there. I guess for the girls too, you know, honestly. They probably know. They probably have some pretty good grip. Can you hear that?
But what's the point in that?
What, this thing? Or good grip?
That.
This thing?
I mean, I know what it does. It's to strengthen your grip.
Yeah.
For what?
There's not much tension, really, but...
But, like, for what?
Gripping things, dude. Fucking get these grippers going, you know? The original grippers, you know what I mean?
Okay, but, like, why? Are you climbing mountains, climbing rocks?
You know, that's the thing. Is like, shouts out to Nick. You look great in that shirt. He's been doing some rock climbing. I don't know if I'm allowed to share, but he's been doing rock climbing, like, professionally. Like, he's been scaling cliffs and stuff like that. It's not, but he's been doing, like, in a gym or whatever. But he's got me, like, I want to try it just to try it, you know what I mean? But I want to have I don't have good forearm strength. I can't do pull-ups really well, you know? Like, sure, I can, my PR, 205 on the bench press, right? Which is, you know, great. But I can't hold myself up. So
how many pull-ups can you do?
That's the thing. I could probably crank out a few, like 10, 15. You know what I mean? But
that's definitely more than I could do.
Like, it would definitely be over a spurt of time. But my problem is
like in one
go. I probably 10. I probably get at least 10. At least.
Man, I remember, like, I was probably obviously, like, with most people, I was probably the best shape of my life. It's probably high school, right? When I was playing basketball and stuff, you know, I had to hit the gym like every other day or every day or whatever. And like, no matter what I did, I could still never like get like cut like abs or whatever. And like, no matter what, I couldn't like but I mean, that's what
everybody wanted. Yeah, everybody wanted. Yeah, I get
but
it.
like my biceps and like my arms, like I couldn't get any sort of muscle mass. But like, I'm over here, you know, 15 years old, like pushing, like, what's that the machine you get where you like you sit back in there and you're pushing?
Oh, the leg press or?
Yeah, I could do like 450 pounds.
Oh yeah, dude. Leg press is if you ever want to boost your ego or whatnot, or boost how you feel about yourself, go to the leg press, man. You can easily.
Yeah, but I mean that's pretty good at like, you know, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, you could lift a car for sure, probably. I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like leg press is like, it's fun, but yeah, it's solid. But that's the thing, man. My hands hurt. It's the problem with like pull-ups, right? Because I got calluses now, but like after I do like 5-6 reps, my hands start to hurt, man. I can't hold on very tight, so I gotta work on my grip, my grippers, you know. So
yeah.
But oh yeah, I had an opener all planned or whatever. But now that we're into it, I was you know, I've been running, right? Running, like the Black Eyed Peas song. That's what I listen to. That's the only song I listen to actually when I run. I just have it on repeat.
God, could you imagine? That's insane behavior.
That would honestly drive me insane. I'd probably jump into traffic. You know what I mean? Listen to that
literally any
10
song
hours.
on repeat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because you hit a certain point with songs, man, and it's like, okay, I listened to it 17 times in a row. I think I'm good now.
I think I'm good.
But my middle toe or the biggest toe, it's not it's the one next to your big toe, right? Which is to me feels like a middle
index toe.
So it's like
your index toe.
I don't know which fucking I don't know
your
what
big
toe it is.
Your big toe would be your thumb.
This is my foot, right? This is my big toe, right? This toe right here.
So your index.
It's the longest one, yeah. It's
the index toe.
Is that what it's called?
This is your index finger.
That's fair. Yeah. I guess it
You're getting
applies.
lost on something that is not important.
It's like, I've had issues with it, right? I sent the picture to the group chat where like my toenail literally turned black, right? You're welcome for that.
When was that?
That was months ago, man. It's been months ago.
I do not remember that.
Anyways, it turned black, fell off. It's come back recently, but turns out I thought I had like an ingrown toenail, right? We're getting really gross into it, right? And I thought I had an ingrown toenail, so I was like in there scraping my toenail like with a toe knife, right? I had my toe knife out, like Frank. And you know when he biffs it or whatever? I did that, but it turns out botched it. A botched toe. Turns out it was just like my index toe is just a giant blister right now. So super fun. Just
I
like
better hope that doesn't get infected.
I shouldn't.
Famous last words.
Yeah, it's like
You know, with like gangrene to
do
the
a
toe.
cut of the podcast where like it actually was not fine.
A few moments later.
Like rush to the hospital having it amputated and shit. Honestly though, if I had it amputated, good riddance because it's fucking annoying as hell. It's my only.
Isn't it wild though? Like your pinky toe, like that's the one toe that would like fuck your stance
Yeah,
up.
dude, you can't because you can't balance or something like that. Now I don't know if that's like a wives' tale. You know what I mean? Like one of those things that are like, yeah, if you get it, if you
Once
lose
you-
it, you fucking
once
fall
you do-
over. Because I'm
once
sure
you
there's a
do it
bunch of
and-
people without it. You
Why
know?
don't you do it and see?
Yeah, let me hop on that. Let me jump right on that. Literally, yeah. Oh, dude. Ugh. Ugh. No,
Yeah.
thank you. But yeah, so it turns out it's just a giant blister. So, but
Well, okay.
I got rid of all that and 100% better. Feels great. I love it. So
Up until well, here's a funny story. Not funny story, but up until about 5 years ago, I thought that gout was a toe disease.
is it not? What is it? It
No,
says a foot
it's-
disease. Is like, is it even a disease?
It happens. I mean, it's like a thing in old people, like
Yeah.
not old people, but like high people who drink beer or eat a lot of like red meat apparently get it.
Oh,
It's
well.
like, I think it's like a stomach thing.
Is it? So is it not a foot thing?
I don't think so.
I thought it like affects their feet. I thought like because I was like, oh, my gout's flaring up or something. I distinctly remember a lot of old people being like, my gout's flaring up today.
Yeah,
or some
but
shit
I
like
mean,
that.
you could always just Google it and see. Dude. Here's I got a trick to bypass AI on Google.
Okay.
All right, if you're asking a question like what is gout, right? It's
just
gonna
did that,
bring
yeah.
up it's gonna bring up the AI, right?
Got it up top. Yeah.
Type in what is fucking gout.
Well, then it's gonna show me a picture of somebody fucking gout.
No, it should get rid of the AI and give you the old Google search.
Hey, buddy, I don't know how to tell you this.
Did it not work?
It didn't work.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Dang.
it's just like AI overview. Gout is a type of inflammatory arthritis that causes pain and swelling in the joints.
Okay, so it's joints, not foot.
It's joints,
specifically.
but it means it happens in feet a lot. That's what it appears to be.
It's like
telling me.
like I growing up thought sciatica was like a disease, and it's not a disease.
Is it not? I don't. That's the thing,
No,
man. I
because
don't
it's-
know anything.
It's
like, about,
it's a pulling or tearing of the sciatic nerve in your lower back.
yeah. It does sound
So,
like,
like-
it has the
so-
vibes of being
right.
like a
it's-
disease,
sciatica
yeah.
sounds like here's try mesophylating.
Yeah,
it'll
like some
it'll
other-
cure,
yeah.
it'll cure your sciatica, but it's not. Like it's like I guess you could just say you pulled or you hurt your sciatic nerve as opposed to like I pulled a muscle. Like you know what that is, right? Like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I pulled a muscle or I broke a bone. Sciatica, it's like it just has different. I don't know. Just to the common man's ear. The only reason I know is because like I suffer from it and I've aggravated it
Yeah,
several times. And
at least 2 or 3 times since we've known each other. You've been like I've heard
twice
you,
on this podcast, and it is debilitating. We've not done one of these in quite a bit because you went on vacation.
Yeah,
but no
I mean-
one would ever know.
because
because,
we're
like-
a seamless.
No, because like you
Machine.
fucked off and disappeared from the group chat, but it's not like you don't do that on a regular basis anyway.
Oh yeah, like I do that just when I feel like it. Honestly, like it's
When
not-
you feel like it?
Not when
It's
I feel
every day.
like it. I mean, it's like more so just like my brain just leaves the chat. You know what I mean? Like brain has exited the chat. Also, shout out
Yeah.
to my shirt real quick. It's a Dolly Parton shirt. So
Is it your wife's?
no, it's mine. This one's mine. I bought it. It was $3 at Target. So I was like, hell yeah, that's a steal for Dolly shirt. Hell yeah, dude. So
Good job.
Anywho, yeah, we went on vacation. It was fun. We went to Chattanooga, like as always. It was a good time. Hit up some new food spots.
I'm as your friend. Like there are so many more places on Earth to visit.
Yeah,
than
I mean,
Chattanooga.
there
like it's
definitely
fine that you
are.
like Chattanooga. That's fine.
Yeah, definitely
And then
are.
and then your response is like, well, there's more places to visit than Aruba, and you're right. But we also go more places.
Well, I
than
mean, now
Aruba.
you know. I mean, like, yeah, it's fine. Aruba's fine, but I'm just like, it's a
would you
comfort
know?
thing
You've
for
never
us. It's a comfort thing, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
a-
I guess my biggest thing is that's the only place you go. You only take one vacation and you use it to go to the same place. It would be different if like you know
I mean, to be
As
fair, it's
your
only been
friend.
the last 3 years, but you
that's
know.
a lot, dude. Chattanooga's not that great.
I mean, it is for the kids. Kids love it. That's the only reason we go. It's because like, we have a great time as well. So like,
yeah,
the
but
kids have a good time.
You need a vacation without the kids.
Overrated.
Yeah.
You gotta
No,
go
it's
and
not.
like talk to people and shit and like do
No,
stuff.
you spend time with your
you know?
fucking wife. Let me put it.
Yeah.
Here, let me give you some examples here. Let me give you a little
Okay.
nickel's worth of free advice when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Okay. because eventually your kids are going to leave.
Yeah,
Okay,
eventually, yeah.
just remember that like it was you and Shelby first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you guys fell in love with each other, had the relationship, right? You did all that work. You decided, okay, hey, we're gonna tag team this life. Okay, then you introduce two children, two human beings into your life that will
Yeah.
eventually leave.
Mm-hmm.
In that time that your children are there, you still have to nurture that relationship that you have with your wife. You can't just
You
go
know,
through life
this guy over
and
here.
then like because you don't want your kids to move out and then be like, I don't know this person. This
But
is just like a roommate.
that's how our parents did it. Like, why should we give a shit? You know? I mean, like,
Yeah. And our parents are fucking miserable people.
yeah, but you're supposed to be miserable with each other, right? That's how marriage is taught to us as a millennials,
Uh,
right?
Speaking personally, I think that the last people I'm going to take marriage advice from are my parents, considering they can make it work like 7 times.
Hey, that's at least 50% of America, right? Isn't that like the statistic is like 50% of marriages end in divorce? I would argue 100% of divorces are caused by marriage.
I would
So
love to see what those numbers are per age group.
I could probably Google that. Give me an AI statistic on
I'm
that.
I'm not really interested, but you know what I'm saying. Um, but you had discussed that you might be venturing elsewhere next year.
Oh yeah, we think about it. We might we're in the debates. It might be a staycation, might hang out here and just like, you know, because we're home people anyways. But then there's
I
also like
know.
we're kind of like explain like we might go. I kind of want to go to the we're going to the beach with a certain friend group of ours, right? Some best friends in a couple of years. So we got the
I
beach
just
coming
don't want
up.
you to be like on your deathbed and be like, damn, like there's so much of this earth I never saw and never
I mean, hey,
tried to do.
I appreciate that. First of all, I want to say I do appreciate that. But then second of all, it's gonna be all right.
Because
You know.
because the 2 times that we've went on a dude trip, I feel like you've really enjoyed yourself. Probably more than I did.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's just me going anywhere though. It's like hell.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like
And
you get super
isn't
fucking hyped when you
isn't
go
that
places.
special on its own, you know? Like if I
Yeah,
was
but
going and traveling all the time, I wouldn't have an appreciation for things like I do
I
when I go
disagree.
out with friends, right?
I
So,
disagree.
you
I
know,
disagree. You know, I can be a lot of things, but one thing is I'm a pretty good travel partner.
yeah, we had a good time.
Like I don't make it to where like, hey, this is the schedule and like we have to follow this schedule. Like I'm pretty laid back when it comes to doing stuff. Like I'm perfectly fine just fucking vibing and chilling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
That's like
but
that's why I don't mind just like that's how I am on vacation as well because like I don't have really like an itinerary. I don't because I think if you have an itinerary, it's great. Like if you're doing things like oh you know we've got tickets here and you get et cetera whatever. But I think at the same time there's
it's a
more
balance.
enjoyment. Yeah, it's a more enjoyment to me out of being just like being able to just adapt to like oh shit like okay
I
what
mean,
for instance when we went to Florida that fucking what place was closed that we couldn't go to the burger shop or was it the burger shop or whatever and it was
yeah.
like the ramen shop was like right down the road most the best ramen experience of our lives
What was the
and
first?
it's the first for I think both of us actually yeah I think about it like it's just so it's like having that adaptability I think it's nice
But
but
I mean, I also have that too where I'm fine with just I'll just go with the flow. Like if they're because you know my wife is a project manager and she is very plan oriented and when we do big vacations we typically have stuff planned out like for days
yeah
but there's always built-in buffers like hey you know there's we have 2 3 4 5 hours or whatever free time whatever but like a lot of times like little trips that I take there's a very specific reason why I go hence like when I went to the you know playoff game like I was going to DC specifically just to do that and I did
yeah
end up spending a lot of time in the hotel room but it was also not my first time in DC so like I didn't
I think
have
that's okay. Low key, like real quick sidebar. Just hang out in the hotel room. Fucking
yeah
slaps too. Like
I mean you're
I just
paying for it and it but it's like then again if it was my first time in DC then maybe that's frowned upon but like I was there 36 hours, so it was like not
yeah
a big deal to me. And like, you know, I grew up in and around DC, so like it's not like I'm going to sightsee when I've already done all that shit. But, you know, the last thing I would want to do is go somewhere new. Now, the more places I revisit, I do start to do that where it's like, well, I don't really have to go do the touristy thing. I don't have to go over here. Like I could vibe and just hang out in the hotel room. I'll take a fucking nap, you know, whatever.
mm,
But like if I'm going somewhere new, I'm more adamant in like sort of experiencing the city a little bit,
Yeah.
as opposed to like a revisitation. Like if I went to Tampa again, there's a couple of spots I'd hit, but I don't necessarily know if like I would go out of my way to do things like go to the Tampa Museum. It was fine.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. I had a great time. Like, this is the
It
thing.
was
It's like,
fine, but like
so,
I don't know if I would go again.
I'd probably go again. I'd probably go again just for the shit as giggles, or also just to see that
It was-
lady who was giving you shit about it,
It
dude.
was
Like
fucking,
fucking,
it was
so
it was
good.
air conditioned, which was the main part.
Yeah. They had that. They had that fucking interactive pirate shit. That I don't think we did the interactive pirate thing. I think we
Because
chickened
there was
out.
kids.
Yeah.
No, there's kids that were doing it, and I was just like, whatever.
They were having a good time. They didn't want to interrupt their
There's
time. You know,
been quite a lot that has gone on since we last had a podcast.
nothing actually. Nothing even. You know, I don't even know of anything that happened. So
Yeah, nothing at all. Nothing like the two biggest fucking losers on planet Earth having bickering and like shouting matches at each other over social media.
I hate that it's already over though. Honestly, you know.
It was very, very embarrassing.
And you say embarrassing, I say fucking hilarious, and everybody saw it coming, right?
Hilarious. How about hilariously embarrassing?
That works.
Like
for me.
I can't believe that we're in this situation. Actually,
That's
I can't.
that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. Is that like you and I, me and you, buddy, we can see this being like the situation. Like, yeah, this
because
is
we all
very
knew
much-
it was. We all knew it was coming.
Yeah, because they've both shown the exact same. Like, it's like it would have been more baffling had nothing happened, right? Had it just been like, yeah, he just left, dude. He's fine. It's cool. You know, we're still
Didn't he
bros. We hang
probably
out.
apologize? Didn't he?
I don't even fucking know, dude. I don't care, honestly.
When he on like a fucking like ketamine like bender, and that's when he decided to go on all out on all that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what ketamine is. I've been hearing it a lot lately. I don't know what it is though. I don't. Is it? I know what amphetamines are, right? You know what I'm talking about? Shouts out to my ADHD bros out there. But what is ketamine?
It's a drug.
I mean, I know it's a drug. I don't know
Gets
what.
you high.
Okay, nice. That's like
I think it's probably a synthetic.
I would assume that it's in the same family as amphetamines, I suppose. But hey, yeah,
Synthetic.
that's the thing, man. Is that we all know that like allegedly, right? Because we have to say allegedly before the lawyers come after us. They're all on something up there, right? In the administration.
Dude, I feel like you have to be to work in government.
I don't know.
work those hours?
Actually, to be fair, I don't think you have to be because you don't do jack shit to begin with. So it's like this idea, like, oh, they're doing
You're
so
in a
much, they're
chamber a
so
lot.
hard. And it's like even the president's like, what the fuck is he doing? He's sitting up at 3 a.m. fucking chugging Diet Cokes left and right, watching some like random
Shit in
news
his pants.
channels, shit in his pants, having people come in and change his diapers. You know, and like, oh, he's working so hard. He ain't doing fucking jack shit. He's traveling a lot, sure, but it's like this idea that the congressmen and the politicians and shit do actually do work, and it's like. The amount of work that I do is like tenfold the amount of work that they do in a day. And you know how much I work. And it's not a whole lot. So you know that they're not doing fucking anything. So it's that meme where it's like, I didn't do fucking shit. That's them every single day.
Shit, yeah.
Anywho.
Except cause chaos and anarchy. Have you ever wondered what the flavor of bubblegum is? Like, cause there's cherry bubblegum, there's cotton candy bubblegum, there's grape bubblegum.
Yeah.
But like, what is the flavor of bubble gum? Like,
bubble
what is
gum.
it supposed? Okay, but what is it supposed to be? Was it originally created as like this amalgamation of things when they made bubble gum, or was it supposed to be a specific flavor? Because like, the whole theory behind banana runts, like they're like, oh, they don't taste like bananas, and that's because they are based on a species of banana that no longer exists.
Again,
right? It's
I
extinct.
feel like it's like a wives' tale. Again.
But like all banana flavored things taste like banana runts. Okay, right? Cool. Because a banana is not inherently tasty, anyways. To me,
They are genetically modified to taste a certain way and to be a different thing. But anyways,
okay.
yeah.
But like we know what flavor like Juicy Stripe is, or Tutti Frutti. Like that's like like Tutti Frutti is all the fruits put together. Juicy Fruit, Tiger Stripe. All,
But
it's
is
like,
it? I don't.
It's supposed to be like theoretically those flavors are flavors that are like mixes of like cranberry, pineapple, cherry, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, what is the flavor of bubble gum? Because like you get an
Bubble
icy.
gum, dude. I don't.
Yeah, but what is it? Like chalk? What is
It's
it?
bubblegum, dude. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
know,
Like it's
but I
that's
want to
the
know
flavor.
what, because like what flavor grape is? It's fucking grape.
Yeah.
You know what flavor cherry is? It's fucking cherry. But what is bubble gum?
Man, you're complicating this. This is bubble gum. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
What is it based
Do you
upon?
have scientific evidence?
No, I
want
to know. Because like, do you like Pepto Bismol?
Yeah, dude. Honestly,
Tastes like
low-key,
bubblegum.
I love Pepto Bismol. Like, I love the chalkiness.
like-
I love how it feels going down. I don't like that it turns your poop black because it always makes me worry. But at the same point, I love chugging.
I made the mistake one time of buying cherry Pepto, and I was like, "What?
Worst mistake in
is
your life.
this?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that
What's
throat
even worse?
spray.
There's a peppermint one, and it's equally as gross.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sounds nice.
I hate peppermint. It's not a
love-
flavor for me.
Love peppermint, dude.
I don't like
I'd
it.
suck it down every day. You know.
But I want to know what the flavor of bubblegum is supposed to be.
I'm gonna Google it.
Because, like, okay, tiger's blood. We know what tiger's blood is. It's like a mixture of two things. Okay, cool.
How do you know that? What is it? I just assumed that it's literal tiger's blood, and that's what it tastes like.
Are you talking like a tiger's blood icy?
Yeah, dude.
No, it's like cherry and lemon or something.
Okay.
But like Superman, all right, it's called Superman because it's 3 flavors. It's blueberry, cherry, and yellow.
Okay. Now, this is again.
Hey,
I can't get
AI.
around it. It's Google AI. Okay, I can't do anything about it. Okay,
What
people,
fucking flavor is bubblegum?
It is a unique, artificially created taste that is not easily tied to a single natural fruit or flavor. Okay.
Right?
But it's
So-
like, okay, so it's often described as a blend of sweet, fruity notes with strawberry and banana being the most commonly recognized key components. In elaboration, they say not a single fruit, while bubblegum flavor can invoke thoughts of specific fruits like strawberry or banana, there's not a single replication of those individual flavors. I don't know where it's apparently a secret recipe. So
Okay. All right. So it was an
okay.
So
So if it's a secret recipe, there's an original secret recipe. But so like all of our other recipes are all secret recipes based off of a secret recipe that they think
They're
that
mimic. They're
is.
mimic. You're
They're
right, they're
trying to get
mimic.
as close as they can to it. And I
Like-
would argue that it's kind of like, where does glitter come from? Right? We don't know. Right? So
it never goes away.
It never goes away.
This all stemmed because I had a piece of double bubble, and I was like,
Double
"What?
bubble. Yeah.
Double bubble. Like, what is this flavor?"
It's bubblegum, dude. You're complicating things way too much. It's just bubblegum, okay? It's just
wanna know.
bubblegum.
It's like that's
it's
the
literally, I guess that's the thing, man. That's the thing is that, like, if you were
hat's
to
hurting my
create a
head.
flavor, that flavor is just that flavor, right? Like, if you were to take, but then I guess you at some point you would have to take flavors from other flavors to make the flavor, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's like, how do you what?
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
nothing
So
that's
what
not
is the-
flavored. It's breaking my brain right now, dude. Because it's
So
like
what's the
words.
flavor?
It's like the origin of words, right? Is that like at some point in human history, somebody came across one of these things, microphone. Okay, and I understand that like words are compounded by like Latin bases of words and like, but at some point, at the very root of history, we had to like come up with those things, right? Latin people. I don't even know if that is like, is that a civilization? I don't know a whole lot about like history in general. And I don't know. I'm starting to freak out a little bit because I don't know where these Latin people come from. They made up
Well, they're
all the
dead.
words.
They're
and it's
dead.
like, I mean, yeah, I would assume they're probably pretty dead. But it's like, and then it's like languages. They're all like, they can either be part of the Latin sphere or they could be not, like the Asian sphere, and like they do theirs based off of another
Greek.
Greek, and it's, I don't know where things come from, and it's scary to me, you know. And I'm having a little bit of an existential crisis because it's like, because you can't create a flavor out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay, well, it's sweet, so it's like got a sugary note to it. But it's like, what is sugar?
So does it just sugar?
Is it might just be bubblegum. Might just be what sugar is. That's the taste, the
Maybe.
flavor of sugar. I don't.
I mean,
but
we
you
know
can
that
taste
it is-
sugar,
Right. Which tastes different than bubblegum.
which is, and there's like raw sugar cane, and it's like, how do I get the
don't know.
sugar out of the sugar cane? Is it just can you just eat sugar cane? I'd assume not. And then we got the synthetic stuff here, so I don't. There's so much, man.
It's even equally as dumb as something like that. You hear phrases all the time that are sort of part of the common nomenclature, like, "Oh, look at those kids! They're just horse playing." Okay, first of all, I've never seen a horse play. They fucking just stare and eat grass. They don't do anything. Okay, so that's a stupid phrase because they don't fucking play
They never
around.
felt comfortable around you, dude. That's why they didn't play around you.
They need to call it like fucking dogging around or something. Dog play.
Let's go dog around a little bit. Dude.
You're right.
It sounds like you guys gonna like get on all fours and like try and jerk each other off or hump each other. Honestly, so
As opposed to horseplay.
yeah, horseplay is when you get on all fours and you bite each other. You know, it's horseplaying.
What's dog? Dog. I
Again,
don't
that's why you try and dry hump each other. You like
feel
try
like-
to jerk each other off. You know what I mean? Like whoever
Dry
comes
hump.
first loses. You know, that kind of thing.
know. Whoever gets the red rocket first.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. You always see how excited dogs are to be around each other. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like yo, me and my bro, we're gonna be dogging around.
Yeah, again, it just honestly,
It sounds better than horseplay.
I kinda, but at the same
Just
time,
imagine.
it sounds like there's a lot more erotic activity going on when you're like, me and brother gotta go dog each other real quick, dude.
That's not what I said. You're saying it differently. It sounds like you're gonna raw dog. I'm saying dogging. We dogging around.
Yeah, dude, you go dog him down, dude. Fucking. It's so funny. It's so good. Oh man.
Anywho, there's a bit of an update from last week.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were wrong as much as like it just shows how wrong we are. The soap that
Are we wrong for it? I don't think we're wrong at all. I think it's more so that society's wrong here. What are you
yeah,
guys
right.
doing?
You're right. So the soap made by allegedly using Sydney Sweeney's bathwater sold out in seconds.
It's clear to me, people, that you guys are not listening to our podcast hard enough, first of all. But second of all, you're not taking our words to heart and buying this shit. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
guys. It's not, hey, I guess I am a little bit happy that more people are going to be bathing, I would assume, right? What do you do with the soap?
There was 5,000 bars sold at $8, and they were scooped up in seconds.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know that was only gonna be 5,000 bars. I was thinking millions of dollars in sales. So I retract part of my statement, or a little bit of it, because it was only 5,000. So I'm assuming that 95% of that was scalpers. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and guess.
Bots, probably.
But yeah, but at the same time, guys, what are we doing? Stop it. It's a bar of soap. Just because, hot girl take bath, make soap water, make soap out of water. Me buy. Come on, guys. We're better than that,
Are we?
No, we're not. But at the same time, it's like, come on, guys.
Are we?
Yeah. But hey, kudos to what's her name? Sweeney Todd.
Nope, that was
A
movie.
Sweeney Todd's Adventure. Amanda Sweeney.
Sydney.
Okay.
Alliteration. Sydney Sweeney.
Hats off to her. I'm sure
She didn't do anything.
Exactly, buddy, and that's the grind. That's what we're all shooting for. That's the thing, man. Because I think that you touched on it a little bit when we talked about it. Is that like good for her? Not. I mean, I understand. Hey, we can't all be blessed to look like Sydney Sweeney, but I say if you are, fucking flaunt that shit. People think you're hot, lean into it, make money off of it. Why not? What do you think?
Because your body will eventually fail you, and they will throw you aside for the next.
You cash in now, right?
Get what you can.
What are all the risks out there? Like YouTube creators, like content creators, like that's the dream, buddy. We're all just trying to make money doing absolutely jack shit,
We're all trying to grift,
Yeah.
one way or another.
And anybody who's like, oh, they need to get they need to work, shut up, shut the fuck up. No, they don't. If you can make money by doing nothing, fucking do it. Like why are we out
You
here
would.
acting like absolutely? Dude. If somebody came to me and was like, hey,
Not
here's $1
just
million.
you, I'm just saying the general you.
Exactly. If somebody came to you out there listening to this podcast and said, hey, here's $1,000 for fucking just stare at me for 2 hours, you'd do it in a heartbeat.
We're hitting that. I sort of touched on it a couple weeks ago, where like all these things that you were interested in or things that you have an affinity for are slowly being morphed into other mediums, right?
Mm-hmm.
And which of your it was Elden Ring, but like now another one of your things is getting moved into the movie sphere, and like if it's like you played it, you liked it. I don't know if there's enough meat on the bones, but even maybe the name itself is enough to carry it. But Phasmophobia is getting a movie from Blumhouse.
I mean, I think I don't get it personally. I don't.
That's the one. No, is that the paranormal one?
So Phasmophobia is in fact the paranormal multiplayer game where you and up to 3 friends can go and do a ghost hunt on a house, right? And they have all these tools that you can purchase, and each level you're trying to suss out what demon it is, and you're trying to I think that there's like goals now, like exercising it and whatnot. But at the same, like it's a lot like Skibidi Toilet. Actually, I would argue Skibidi Toilet has more of a story than fucking Phasmophobia does, but it's a lot like if I don't know a game. If it's a lot like none of the games I'm thinking of, like Splitgate. If Splitgate was like, if Splitgate was like, we're gonna make a movie about Splitgate. okay, like what is I because
That's what I was saying. I don't know if there's enough meat on the bones. It feels
Yeah.
like there's enough of a cult following and name recognition that they're going to slap the word phasmophobia on there. It's going to be
and that's
like a found footage film. They're going to go in there and they're going to find ghosts and like, cool. But how is that any different than the 30,000 that get made every year?
yeah. I think that you're absolutely right. First of all, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Is it's just going to be in name only. It's going to be fast
Right.
because it's like it's they essentially just make a scary movie and they call it phasmophobia, and there's no time. I mean, they might have like some of the equipment that use it, but then again, it's like any ghost hunting film that you've seen. Phasmophobia. You could call it phasmophobia because that's
But yeah,
what
but
it
I was going to
is.
say phasmophobia got its inspiration from all of those movies.
Yeah, so it's like it's
It's
a
the
movie.
dragon eating its tail.
It's a movie just about ghost hunting, right? And they're just gonna call it phasmophobia. So it's like, okay, cool, I guess.
And it's like we're seeing the move in Hollywood where like, for a long time it was just book adaptations and then it was like, oh, and then we moved into comic book adaptations and now we're slowly moving into like, oh, there's this entire industry of video games that we can just take and morph and make into things.
And it's like I'm more okay.
I still feel like Fallout's probably the best adaptation. Made so far.
I haven't finished
And it was a
it
TV
yet.
show.
I've watched one episode of it. And I need to finish.
I don't know. Dude, that first Mortal Kombat movie is incredible. It is incredibly faithful.
The one
to
that just
what-
came out, or the old
no,
one?
the first one.
Is that the one with the white guy as?
That does not narrow it down.
No, the white guy is Raiden.
There's
He's very white.
Chris Lambert.
I don't know what his name is, dude. But
So
it had
that
like
doesn't narrow it
actual
down.
practical
There's two.
effects.
Bro,
Okay.
there's two. There's
Okay.
Mortal Kombat,
Okay.
and then there's Annihilation. Annihilation is a dog shit movie, and is
I don't think
atrocious.
it's Annihilation. I think it's the one.
The original with Robin Shue in 1995.
I could just look it up.
There's three Mortal Kombat movies.
Shoot.
There's Mortal Kombat. There's Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and then there's Mortal Kombat.
Kombat.
And then there's going to be Mortal
'cause dude
Kombat
was
2.
fucking jacked in this movie. Yeah.
Chris Lambert. Yeah, Robin Shue.
1995. Yeah, that one.
Did I
I've
not just
seen
say that?
one. I've
I
seen
literally
that
just said
one.
that.
You probably hated to say that. That was the one. It was good. I'll give him that. Jax was in that too, wasn't he? Like, was it Jax in that? Cyrax?
Scorpion Sub-Zero. Cyrax was not in the first one, I don't think.
Sector. Who was the robots were in it at some point?
Second one.
I remember
Because the
robots being in it.
first one is all about Shang Tsung's island. It's based off the first movie.
Was Jackson the first one though? Okay. What did he do? Did he just get his arms ripped off? Is that all that happened to him? I can't remember. It's been so long. I don't know.
It's been a while. It's
Yeah.
been a while since I've watched it. But
I remember that the statue comes to life. And that fucking freaked me out.
And it's Reptile.
Yeah, it's Reptile. It freaked me the fuck out. That's for sure.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, for this movie that came out literally
30.
25 years ago. No, sorry, almost 30 years
30.
ago. Yeah.
30 years ago.
Oh shit, yeah, 30 years ago today. Not
Jesus
today, but
Christ.
this year.
How are you so bad at math, dude?
I had to think about how old I was when I was born, etc. So
Yeah. Speaking of movies, though, and rad-ass movies, Killer of Killers.
Predator, baby. I haven't finished it. I
Yes.
need to finish it, but
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I haven't had a chance, dude. I fucking
had
been
all
working
day-
my ass
You had
off.
all
low-key.
day, and you've had 6 days to watch it.
But it's really good. I've gotten about, I'd say 2/4 of the way through the movie.
You said you're on the gun.
yes, the bullet. So
You are.
about a half. through-ish.
No, you're over half. But there's like, for anybody who doesn't know, it's a Predator movie. It's anthology. There's 3 heroes told, and then there's like the 4th part. So you're on the 3rd part of 4.
And it's pretty rad. It's animated and it's got the same kind of art style as like Arcane.
Yeah, probably.
It's a little different, obviously, because like it's not an exact replica.
It's not as smooth or refined.
Yeah,
but
and
but that's intentional.
that is rad as hell, dude. Just as bloody, that's for sure.
We're seeing it's kind of crazy because like a couple years ago when I redid all in preparation for Prey, I went and like rewatched them all and sort of like, and my biggest qualm was like, the Predator is like peak design for fucking a character, dude. Like he's just so cool, and like it's hard to take it seriously when you lose every movie, right? It's just like, oh, the humans always win at the end. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay, got you.
I like the first movie. The second one I can appreciate, and it's just like then you start getting whatever. But I can say that like the last 2 Predator movies are like some of the best, and the same thing with Alien. I think Romulus is fucking incredible.
I would say I would be more prone to watch an Alien movie than a fucking Predator movie than a Alien movie for some. Because the
Why?
aliens, I don't know, they're grosser. just fucking impregnating people and shit, and it's like melting people and whatnot, and it's just
Because like you have Alien and then Aliens, which is like the two best ones, and then you sort of like everything else, you get too many.
yeah.
There's
Predator is
three,
cool.
and
I
then
think
there's-
Predator is better to me because it's just like it's instead of making you suffer by like face hugging you and putting a baby in your belly and it exploding out of your chest, like they're just like
It's
fucking
the
cut your
ultimate
head
organism, bro.
off. Fucking just cut your head off. So
Nah, he chases you. He fucking stalks you like a predator.
honestly, if he's chasing after me, I know I'm dead. I'm fucking just do it
You
myself.
are not you. He's not gonna come after you because you're not a killing machine.
Yeah, and like, why would he? Honestly, I'd be like, fucking just hanging out. Hey,
But it was
buddy,
good, dude.
You need
I
help?
liked it. It was
Yeah.
really good.
So
Father's Day is this weekend. So happy Father's Day to all the dads.
shout out to all those dads.
All the moms that have to be dads. All
Hey.
the people who chose actively not to be dads.
Yeah, dude.
And everyone in between.
I think honestly, everybody celebrate Father's Day for fun. Just do
Or
it.
don't.
You don't have to, honestly. You just hang out.
I mean, it's Father's Day in America. I don't know where it is the rest of the world.
Does it? I thought it was a global thing.
No.
I thought dads everywhere celebrated Father's Day.
Not on the same day.
Is that? Oh,
That is an American holiday.
hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure Fred said it was on like a Wednesday a couple weeks ago.
That's why not just have a global Father's Day? That feels weird. Why are we
Because
doing
that's
that?
very American of you to assume that everyone follows the same schedule as us.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, not even from like an American point of view. I just think that like
I mean, Christmas is the only one that is a global holiday.
we can get together as like a society, as like a global
Right.
society, and just say, hey, Father's Day is on this day. Like, I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be like an American chosen holiday.
Dude, we can't even like we can't even agree on like what to eat for dinner.
Maybe this is
You
where it
think-
starts. Like where we all come together. It's like, hey, just pick a day, just any day.
But you're always gonna have some countries like, no, it's always been historically November.
Okay,
and
cool.
we're not
Let's put it in
changing."
November.
But then everyone's like, no, it's always been in June.
We've been
Mother's
reeling
first.
for a way to get rid of Thanksgiving Day. And here in
Thanksgiving.
America.
But that's just here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Canadian Thanksgiving Day is
if we can
before
all
us.
come together and say, hey,
Or maybe that's Canadian Independence Day. It's July 1st. Ours is July 4th.
that's weird. Why are they trying to sell
No,
it
it's
from
not
us?
because they got different days of independence, dude. It's how
yeah,
fucking shit
but it's
works.
like, hey, why don't you get your
We didn't- they
independence
didn't
like
be-
in June, guys? Come on,
because they didn't. It's not when they became an officially recognized nation.
change the books like we do here. Huh? Whitewash it a little bit. I don't know. If I can do something.
They
with it.
did. They already did that, dude. Trust me.
Man, that's
They're a
the thing.
settlers
Every
nation.
country's got their baggage, and I think we all need to just lay it out there. You know what I mean? Fucking, we're all shitty people. We come from shitty people. Let's be better than them by saying, "Hey, we're sorry for that."
Maybe. I've not to take a sidebar here. I don't want to get lost in the weeds of that nonsense because it's not important.
It's not.
But over the past couple of weeks, I have been curating a list of my own, and I'm going to give you a chance to think of some things while you also react to this long list of things that I come up with. This is a list of things that are 100% legal, but feel illegal and borderline insane to do.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So you came up with these yourself? Shit, dude.
Some of them, yes.
Okay. I guess I gotta start writing my own down real quick.
But you ready? I've got I don't know, 10, 15.
Okay, I'll do like 3.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Mowing the yard at nighttime.
Yeah. That
Pitch black.
that does tiptoe on illegal because like,
But it's not.
If it's too late, that's a noise complaint. So,
It's
but I think it takes a few for the.
But
to be
it's
like
not
a
illegal to do it.
That's true. Yeah, it is very true. Yeah, yeah.
On the to go along with that, digging a hole in your backyard in the middle of the night. It's not illegal, but it feels illegal.
I'm gonna give it to you because I don't want to be contrarian. Yeah, it's not illegal. I mean I'm sure
No,
that if you dug in like
All of these things I'm telling you are 100% legal to do.
I'm sure that there's like certain like codes that you can't like you're
You,
breaking.
dude, you can go like at midnight, go out in the back of your yard and you can dig, and it's not illegal.
is
now,
true. Yeah.
Now someone can call and be like, dude, I think our neighbor murdered his wife. Like, can you call? And then like a police shows up, so
I
like
think
someone
that'd be
can
fun.
be
though.
suspicious.
Just to like go
Just
and
to fuck
start
with
digging
people.
a hole. But no, it's just like dig a hole, man. Like how because it's
But why do you want to do it at night? That's when all the fucking creatures come out, man.
they're not gonna attack me. I'm fucking digging a hole. They're gonna end up in that hole. They're not gonna be scared.
That's where snakes go, bro.
Hey, Come on
But it
into
is weird, like
Build a
you,
snake
because
pit.
because let's just think, like you let your dog out, right, at 10 o'clock at night. Your dog wants to go outside and take a piss, and you look over, and your neighbor with no lights on is digging a hole. What's the first thing you're gonna think?
Serial killer, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not,
Exactly.
and that's the thing too, is that like if you are the one digging the hole, right? Unless you are a serial killer, in which like you have no real reason to be offended in the first place, because yeah, they're calling it like it is. They're calling a spade a spade. You know what I mean? But as it saying at this on the same hand, like if you were digging a hole and somebody thinks you're a serial killer, you can't be mad at them because you're being
Yeah,
fucking
but
weird.
you are the first person that's gonna get mad at that. It's like,
Yeah,
mind
I
your own
mean,
fucking business.
I mean, yes, devil's advocate, mind your own fucking business. I
Exactly.
can dig a hole if I feel like digging a hole. And
Right.
at what time? Am I sorry? Am I disturbing you? No. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. But
Yeah.
it's not
Well,
illegal to do this. So
vacuuming your lawn.
yeah. Again, this is just like crazy. I mean, these are definitely are things that will end you on a list. Like you will be put on a list. Like, hey, a watch list of
I
some
said there were
sort.
things that were
Yeah.
it makes you feel insane,
That's not.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
makes the person look insane.
It's not about that. Yeah.
Um, coming back for seconds or thirds of free samples.
They can cut you off though, but it's not illegal. Yeah, again, yeah, you're right. Fucking crushing it right now. You're like 6 for 6 right now. It's crazy. Like, yeah, it's because I just feel gaslit though at the same time because it's like, yeah, they're not.
You said there was free. I didn't sign a contract. There's no NDA.
Yeah, there's no sign saying I can't have multiple free
Why,
samples.
why can't I just sit here and eat them all? Could you imagine? You're just standing there like she's trying to sell, and as like you're in Costco or whatever, and they've got all the samples out of cheese, and you're just sitting there, just like just scooping them. And it's like a real nice old lady because it's going to be an old lady. That's where they put her. And she's just like, well, he must have been real hungry or something. Or he
Yeah.
really like that cheese. And then you just fill it like Charlie, you just fill it on cheese.
I think it'd be better if you leave the store and then come back in the store because then technically speaking, they have to give it to you. Like it's like a
They
second
don't.
trip. They don't know either at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I always try to grab one or two when I go just because it's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, one's for my wife or one's for my
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. Oh, now my
It's like,
kid wants one.
it's
And now
like
my
I
other
gotta
kid
put
wants one.
I gotta put a disclaimer. Oh, I'm not taking all these for myself.
Yeah.
Walking into a grocery store, casually going down each aisle and then leaving.
Yeah.
It's suspicious as shit.
It is very suspicious. Yeah, you definitely
But
looks
it's
like you're
not
casing
illegal.
LA. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it is. It's true.
This one made me laugh because it's like we have continued the joke with Zoe, but growing up, if you were driving at night, did your dad tell you it was illegal to turn the lights on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
Inside
talked
the
about that's
inside
like
the-
episode 3 or 4. We actually talked about that. That was one of the things that somebody had sent in or whatever. Was that like they had said that for the longest time that their dad had told them or their parents told them if they turn the light on they get arrested or whatever. So
Yeah. So I mean, but it's not illegal to just drive down the road with your lights on, but like, wouldn't that be weird if you were following somebody for like miles and they just have the lights on
maybe they just
inside?
like don't like the dark, So
I mean, yeah, but again, it's because society has made it one way and you're so used to just like being dark. Um, staring at someone for a long period of time,
damn it, don't do that. That's just making me anxious.
but it's not illegal.
It's not. It should be. Honestly, if any of them needs to be illegal, it's that one. That's fucking weird. Don't do that. That's
Why?
Because it's pissing me off, dude. Don't fucking
But
stare at
it's
me.
not
It's
too
not
bad.
illegal, but it's like you're causing a disturbance. Fucking knock it off. Don't stare at me, you piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like you and I, you can stare at me all you want. I don't care. But it's like if it's a stranger, fuck you. You're making it.
just makes
You're
you
making
uncomfortable.
my life harder. Okay, I understand that you don't understand why you're making
But
my
it-
life harder right now.
But it's ultimately a you problem.
No, it's not a you problem because they're doing it.
But you're given the reaction, and it's your problem that you are
Okay.
offended or upset by it.
No, it's not my problem, buddy.
Yes, it is.
You started staring at me. You made
I'm
it
allowed
my
to.
problem. You've done this to me. You've now affected me. I'm going to sue you now.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Imagine
going
going to court because you're like, Your Honor, he stared at me for approximately 15 minutes and 17 seconds
to.
without
Yeah,
taking his eyes
I'm
off me.
petty as shit, dude. I'll fucking do it.
And I felt threatened, and they're gonna throw you out of court and be like, "This is a waste of time," and then you're gonna get more mad,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then I'll
that person's
actually
gonna stare at you more, and then it becomes a
Okay,
bit where they
okay.
just follow you around.
hypothetical here, right? Somebody starts staring at me, right? Like you're saying, and they do it for an uncomfortable amount of time, right? I've asked them, hey, can you stop doing that? We've even had legal discourse where I take him to court over it. They throw me out over it, and he continues to do it. If I didn't turn around and murder that person, who's at fault?
You are, because it's illegal.
Nah, fucking, I'll murder the shit out of that person every single day. I don't give a shit.
But it's illegal.
I'll
You're
go
going
to prison
jail.
a happy man.
Murder is illegal.
Yes, it is, and it's like
So
okay.
you lose.
At the same point, like I understand victim blaming is not cool. This situation, I'm victim blaming all day. He got murdered and he fucking deserved it because he started staring at me. He's a piece of shit.
Because you couldn't handle it.
You're trying to make it like, oh, it's not his fault. Oh, God, you're gross right now. You're a gross piece of shit right now. Okay, out here fucking, you're acting like the president right now, sir. You're acting like the president right now. Okay.
Getting sat at a restaurant, ordering water, and leaving.
That feels highly illegal, honestly. Like
It's not.
I know that it's not. I understand that, but it feels highly illegal. Like it's like
Water's free.
God, man, these are just ways to piss people off. Microaggressions is what these are. Okay, like where you just you're for some reason you hate life so much that you have to make it miserable for other people. So these are the ways that you make life miserable for other people, and I'm slowly getting more and more infuriated by these things. So.
Knocking on the elevator door before entering.
That's just funny. That's a good one, honestly. Like that's fun. That one I like. I like that one.
But it's weird.
It's not. Yeah, it's very weird, but it's also hilarious. I would feel bad for laughing at somebody for doing that because it might be like I don't know, like maybe it's a thing, maybe it's like an OCD thing or whatever.
It's
but
like a Charlie thing, 3 lights.
Yeah, but at the same time, not illegal. Fucking go away, dude. Do it. Or go off, my king, my guy, my king. You know.
Telling your barber that you don't like the haircut.
Ooh, again, that's just man. Now you're back to it. You're making me upset because it's like you're just trying to make like it's okay to not like something for sure, but it's like you're rocking that guy's world the whole like it's like you're making his day.
You would never do that.
No, because that's the thing about haircuts in particular. It's like it'll fucking grow back. I can think it looks like shit. I'm not gonna tell you because you know what's gonna happen.
You're gonna tell
it's
him,
gonna grow back.
Hey, good buddy, it looks great.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go on the whole ride home. You're going to be like, this is the worst haircut I've ever had.
And I'll try and justify it for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Sure. And if I
lean
hate it
into it.
enough, I'll fucking cut it all off. It doesn't matter. Hair grows back, right? So
Well, it grows back for some.
Hey, and if it doesn't, lean into that too. Maybe he just gave you a reason to be bald because it was already a hassle as it is. Go and find somebody good cutting hair. So
Bald kings rise up.
the bald kings rise up. Bald queens rise up, honestly. Anybody, you know?
Wearing regular clothes like jeans and polos to work out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not illegal. Again, is it weird? Yeah. Am I going to think you're
Do
weird?
gyms have dress codes, though?
No. I mean, Planet Fitness does, but it's like, you know, people don't give a shit. Like, fuck off with your whole, like, high morality of, like, oh, you don't wear dude-bro shirts and, like, slamming the weight. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? I understand what you're trying to go for. You're trying to make a non-threatening gym, whatever. Anyways. Yeah,
Rent.
Rent's not illegal? I feel like it should be, yeah. Okay,
That's my point.
That's all. Yeah, that's funny. That's good. I like that. That's good. Okay. Way to get that socialism in there, buddy. Nice job.
Starting a jigsaw puzzle from the middle first instead of doing the outside.
How do you do that? That just feels like impossible. So
if someone was like, "Yeah, we're starting with the middle first," I'm like, "You're an insane person." You mean you're not starting the puzzle?
Yeah, you're just gonna stare at pieces? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, because like obviously you do the end pieces first and then you work your way in.
What do you? I mean, how do they do it? Like, do they just put all the end pieces?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you put all the end pieces in a pile? Like, instead of just going ahead and doing it? It feels weird. Yeah, it feels like you are insane.
Again,
person. Yeah.
it's just having your bed in the middle of the room but at an odd angle.
Yeah, it's just notes to being a serial killer for sure. Like, it's just
It's not illegal though.
that's like the worst because then it's like you could be attacked from any direction, buddy. Like that's not good for feng shui, bud. You're not gonna be able to sleep well, you know.
Mm-hmm. This one is a big one for me, and it absolutely should be illegal. And it's listening to anything on your phone at full volume without headphones.
That's every boomer that you've ever come across in your life.
Dude, it's children. It's children.
Children are fine. They don't understand.
No, they're not.
They don't
No,
understand
no.
social concept and
No.
whatnot.
They have
That's fine.
parents. They have parents that understand.
Yeah, but they're dumb. Okay, kids are stupid. They're allowed. to
No,
be
no, no,
stupid.
no,
They're
no, no,
young, whatever. So
It's the parent. It's the parents' fault. Is who I'm blaming. I don't give a shit. The thing is you shouldn't do it. No.
You don't have a problem with somebody staring at me, whatever. Okay, I don't have a problem with these kids walking around full blast volume. Now, if it's an old man, you fucking stupid. Dude, I'm gonna call it out. Like, hey, buddy.
Why? Why do kids get a pass?
Because they're stupid and young. They're allowed to make mistakes and be dumb and stupid and be ignorant to everybody around them. Old people, fuck you.
Are stupid too.
Yeah. I think you should go be ignorant in traffic is what I think. Let's go, dude. Fucking, I don't know if that's PC anymore, but I should say the adults, right? Kids don't play in traffic, okay? Don't play in traffic.
Bringing a suitcase to a picnic.
That's fun. That's a fun one. We're back to fun now. Yeah, that's fun. Because it's like, what has he got in there? Unless it's like malicious, don't do that.
Unless it's like body parts or guns.
Yeah, like, hey, here's my.
Unless you're Agent 47 and it's just like you can whip out a silencer.
Yeah.
But just like you carry your lunch inside and you just whip out.
If you are there to like be a hitman, do you at least bring something?
What?
I mean, like if you're going to a picnic and you're a hitman and your target's at the picnic, do you at least bring something? Or do you just bring your weapon?
I mean, I'm not. I don't
in
know.
a fictional universe in which hitmen are allowed to like.
I feel like you gotta. Yeah,
exist.
you bring something to make it.
Yeah,
look like
it's rude.
less,
Yeah.
I would think that you wouldn't bring a suitcase. I think again you would bring a picnic basket with a fucking silencer in it.
Honestly, I think that suitcase is fine.
No, it's not. It's weird.
I mean, it's weird. But
why are you bringing a suitcase to the fucking park?
I know it's weird, and it would definitely like get you caught faster. But I think it's fine as long as you bring something. I think it's more offensive if you don't bring anything. You just go there, you enjoy the food, and you don't bring anything, and you kill somebody. Get out of here. You know,
Eating condiments straight out of the bottle
don't do that.
into your mouth.
Don't do that. Because that's gross, right?
How's it any different than drinking milk out of the jug?
That's fine.
Why? It's the same thing.
I bought that jug.
You bought the condiments.
Yeah, you're supposed to drink milk, right? You're not supposed to drink ketchup.
Now, says who?
Me, buddy, because you don't fucking drink ketchup. That's gross.
Says who? Who says you're supposed to drink
Go
milk?
down a liter of mayo real quick. Hold on.
Dude, stop it.
Oh, okay. Now we're offended, like, right? Oh, okay. But a ketchup, no, it's fine.
But there's people that say you're not supposed to drink milk.
Fuck them. I'm drinking milk anytime I want to, buddy. It comes out of a tit, and that's all I care about, man. Okay.
Eating water in your cereal.
Dude, I heard
instead
some
of milk.
crazy shit about milk over the weekend, or about boob milk over the weekend. Let me tell you, dude. Fucking crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was like I was listening to another podcast. Shouts out to the Radio Lab. They were talking about breast milk, and apparently there's this sugar in breast milk that's only exists in breast milk that serves no other function other than feeding this specific bacteria that is slowly disappearing from our microbiome, and it is in fact bad because it does a lot of good for our guts and our gut health. But that's what fun fact.
So drink tit milk.
Drink tit. No, actually, that's the problem. Is that like you need to get this specific microorganism, this bacteria, this microbacteria. Like I forget the name of it, but it's very important, and it does a lot of good things.
Titmidicus.
Sure, we'll call it that, but it's like slowly disappearing from our gut biomes, and it's like having devastating effects and whatnot. It's like what we're like a lot of babies and stuff like that are being born with a bunch of bad stuff or whatever. But get it back. They don't know why it's disappearing. So it's a fun fact.
Putting water in your cereal.
Not illegal. I did it as a kid. If you ran out of milk, buddy, what are you gonna eat that cereal with? Water.
Eating cereal in the shower.
Not illegal at all. I'm allowed to do it. Legally, you have to allow me to do it. In your shower, in fact. So
putting socks and shoes on first, then your underwear.
I do it every morning, buddy.
No,
I
you
slide
do
my
not.
socks on every single morning. I don't put my shoes on because that's weird because I can't put my clothes on over my shoes all the time. Like I wear.
You put socks first?
Yeah, dude. Because I wear about 90% of the time I wear compression shorts that already have like the compression shorts built into the shorts. So I'm not wearing underwear about 90% of the time. So I just put my socks on and I slide my shorts on and my shirt. So. Is it weird? Sure. I mean,
it's just it's different. I mean, it's not the normal way you would put on. I mean, I always put socks on last because I often am wearing sandals most of the time. So like I put socks and shoes on to walk the dogs, and like so much so that if the dogs see me put socks on, they know that it's time for a walk.
Nice.
So, photographing people in public. Not illegal.
It's not if you're not doing anything with it. Now, if you're going and selling
the act of taking the photograph is not illegal.
Can you photograph people without their consent, though?
Yes. As far as I know, it's not illegal. It's illegal to you have to have consent in order to
Like
post
do
it
anything with it. Yeah, do anything with it.
theoretically, but to just take a picture? Because
God,
think about
that
it,
is so
bro.
that
Bro,
don't again. That's
you do it. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
If you're taking a picture of, oh, look at this thing over here. There's people in there.
I
You just took
have
pictures of people.
I have anxiety a lot of times when I'm taking pictures in public of like my kids or whatever, and like there's other kids in the background and whatnot. I get freaked out. I get weirded out because it's like I don't want people to think I'm taking a picture of their kids. And it's even if like I'm very specifically taking a picture of my kid, I always have that fear that like the person's gonna think, oh, I'm trying to inconspicuously take pictures of their kids, so that way I can steal their kids later. And it's like, no, lady, I'm trying to enjoy my moment. Sorry.
What a fear.
It's hey hyper specific, that's for sure. You know what are you gonna do?
Answering your door naked.
That I feel like is illegal.
No, it's
but
not. Your house.
okay, man, you're gonna get me started. All right. So it's okay to answer my door naked, but God forbid I walk through my house naked and I have the curtains drawn and fucking somebody sees me, right?
Dude,
Fucking,
no one ever said it was wrong. You
fucking-
missed the entire point. I'm not going to rehash this conversation.
Oh, okay. What was the entire point?
That you were trying to say it wasn't your fault.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Answering the door naked is not my fault either.
It's still, yes, it is. It's your fault if someone sees you naked. It's not illegal. It's no one ever said it was illegal.
I think technically speaking, in that certain case, it was illegal because like I think there's like, it's somebody trying to make the point that it was illegal to like be naked in your house and like somebody see you and the kids walking around like indecent exposure when I was, but it's like I'm in my own house.
But it's indecent exposure if you do it in a public space. Your house is not a public space.
I still think.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure that's because like
We need
if
a
you
lawyer
were,
to weigh in on these, but
dude, if you walked out on your back porch naked,
I mean, then because there's the whole nudist community, like that's a thing. You know what I mean? So it's just like yeah.
but that's pre-approved by law and zoning or whatever.
And again, it's not my fault. I still
It
stand.
is your fault
It is not my fault.
because you could have put on clothes.
Quit
We're
looking,
not getting
quit. Don't come to my fucking doorstep. Right? That's the risk you
put
take.
clothes on.
That's the
Put
risk
clothes
you
on.
take. No, I don't have to.
Put
It's my
clothes on.
fucking house. I don't have to dress up, dude.
Then
It's
you
your
can't get mad when someone looks at you naked.
I mean, I don't,
we're
that's,
dude-
that was again. I had no issue with that, buddy. You see me naked, hey, I'm sorry. First of all, second of all,
You're not because it was your fault. Anyways,
quit fucking looking. All right, just like
The-
if you're upset about seeing me answer the door naked, it's your fault because you fucking came to my door. I didn't ask for your stupid.
what if it
ass
was
service.
a UPS man?
Then just leave the. Why are you fucking knocking on my door?
It requires a signature.
I don't order.
You ordered it.
There isn't a goddamn thing I've ordered that has required
You
a
don't know that.
signature in over 2 years, buddy. Because
Maybe
now
you
on
got served.
Amazon they just
Maybe-
take pictures of your shit. Like it'd
Maybe
be
you got
bad to be a
served.
picture, you know what I'm talking about? I fucking go out to get my package, I'm hanging dong, dude. He's fucking taking a picture. I was like, oh, okay, you know?
You'd be like, hey man, can you retake that?
Yeah, it wasn't my good angle, man. It wasn't a good. Hold on, let me go get. Oh, okay.
The final one on my list
Yeah.
of things that are 100% legal, but absolutely feel illegal, billionaires.
Got him, dude. Fucking fit that socialism in at the end again. You got him. Fucking fuck you,
And to sprinkle,
billionaires.
and to fucking, do you have any off the top of your
I
head?
got two that I was just writing down on top of my head. Number one is not wiping after shitting. Totally legal to do that. Totally legal. You don't have to wipe after shitting if you don't feel like it, okay?
Shoot.
Especially if you have a bidet. Honestly, get a bidet. This is a bidet ad, actually. So if there's a bidet company out there that wants to sponsor us or sponsor me in particular, fucking shoot me an email.
You already have one. Give it to me. I'll install one.
That's what I'm saying. I will advertise for any bidets because I don't give a shit. They're great. And second one is showering with clothes on. You can fucking do it if you want to, you know. And honestly, knocking out two birds, one stone. You have a late night out one night, get all shitty and fucking gross and whatnot. Just hop in the shower with your clothes on. There you go.
Piggyback off
Laundry.
that. Another one that feels illegal that's not is showering in public.
That's yeah, I guess technically not illegal. I mean,
Like-
there's
like
public,
like-
going out of the beach, getting hit in
Yeah.
one of those showers. Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
like if you fucking gotta respect the grind. If you don't have a house, if you're homeless, fucking shower away, dude. I don't give a shit. That's okay. I don't want to touch on socialism anymore, but you know, again, it should not be illegal to be homeless. Whatever, you know. But
Oh, you mean someone's supposed to pay for your house for you?
hey, you know what we didn't talk about is the fact that like we should do an opposite list. Things that are illegal but shouldn't be. Fucking homeless should be number one on that list. You know.
I mean,
fucking
we
pieces
could,
of
we
shit.
could, we could answer back. Whoa.
I feel like
Answer back next week. with that list if we remember. Of it'd give me. Obviously, I need time to come up with a list, but
Yeah, it'll be like
so
6
things that
months
are
from now when I remember.
100% illegal but shouldn't be legal.
Yeah, dude, fucking
No,
yeah. Things that are because this was 100% legal things that are feel illegal. So we should do 100% illegal things that feel legal. Yeah,
that should be legal.
that should be legal.
Yeah. Okay.
Second on
Okay.
the list, you know what it is, baby. 420. Let's go. Let's toke up. You know,
Like the holiday or just
just
the
weed in general.
I
you
just
know?
feel like that list is gonna get fucking in the weeds, no
Hell
pun
yeah, it
intended. Of
is.
just like all the things we're not allowed to do as human beings.
Yeah, dude, like capturing rainwater. What the fuck's that about? You know,
That's not illegal.
it is illegal. There are certain homestead laws that like, don't allow us here in Tennessee, in particular, to capture rainwater. For like, I think it's for a very specific use. Like you can't drink it or whatever. But
But like, is there like a limit on gallons? My neighbor has a fucking giant drum outside.
again,
for
I think it's
water.
one of those things where it's like you can't use.
Was
the
it
water
illegal
for-
like a long time ago, and like we just let
so, yeah, I think
it's like you can't marry a bear in Alabama.
it's one of those laws that comes out of like rich people not wanting the neighborhood to go to shit for fear of like, oh, my home value. Fuck your home value, piece of shit. I live here too. Fuck you.
Yeah, but it also taints your home
I
value.
don't give a shit. I ain't going anywhere. Fuck you.
It's what you think. But like I respect the animosity, but you would be the first motherfucker in line to complain about someone doing the same shit that
there's
you
a house
do.
a couple streets down that I fucking can't stand because it's like at least fix your
Exactly.
gutters, okay?
So again, it's just like you want to be all puffy chested about this
Yeah,
shit. But
I didn't
it's
say I
like-
wasn't a hypocrite, buddy. I'll be the first to tell you I'm a
Such a-
hypocrite, dude. I was
such a
first to
fucking-
tell you I'm a hypocrite.